Hi everybody, happy Saturday. Welcome to Jana's Crochet Journey. Today is April 23rd, 2022. Welcome back to all of my returning yarny friends and my new yarny friends that I have gotten recently. I wanted to pop on here today just to give you a little update on some things I've been doing. I have one finished object, maybe two. I just haven't woven in my ends on one. I really don't have too much right now. I've been trying to focus on the filet heart baby blanket. It's a 4-section if you've watched it in a previous video, and I'm just on the second repeat. I wanted to get that a little farther, and I ordered from Lion Brand on April 7th, and it just shipped yesterday, so that should be coming. And I made a list of projects that I'm either in the middle of or that I want to do this year or need to get done by Christmas. So I think it was 12 to 14 maybe. So what I've been doing is I'm going through and I am getting project bags. I have the pattern, I'm getting the yarn, the hook, and I'm getting all my project bags set up. I'm not done completely, but I'm working on it, and that is what I say I'm going to allow myself to do or start for the rest of the year. Because if I start all the ones that I want to start, I will probably have 30 whips going, and I just don't want to do that. So I have 3 sitting here right now, bagged up and ready to start. And yeah, after this video, I'm going to bag up the rest of the projects that I want to get going on, and then I need to clean the house. So first thing I am doing is I went and picked out, I want to say 8 patterns for dishcloths, scrubbies, hot pads, things like that for the kitchen for the craft show at the end of July. So this one is Just Right and Big Time Dishcloths. This is a free pattern on Ravelry, and you alternate single, double. I think that's what it was. I used a 5.5 millimeter hook. Single, half, double. Okay. So I used Peaches and Cream, and this is in the colorway Psychedelic. And looking in my cottons, this is the only one that I had in this color. It's darker than what it's showing up, but neon green, there's a mauve, 2 shades of other green, and a blue. So this is a 4 medium weight yarn, and it suggests a 5 millimeter hook, but I used 5.5 because that's what the pattern called for. So I just have that little bit left, and except for my ends, this is what it came out. And it has a nice texture. Peaches and cream is really good for dishcloths. And I just let it play out because why not? It's a dishcloth. So I thought that was cool. It's a good size. And I had some of that one Scrubology from Hobby Lobby, that thicker stuff, but I can't find it. I only have two. I think I have a red and a white, so that's something that's going to be on my list when I go into Hobby Lobby. I want to get some more of that. I'm not sure if anybody else sells it, but I was thinking of doing a circle with that stuff and then going around it with this, just to kind of trim it out, and having that as a little set, because I don't like to waste anything. I've even taken scraps of this stuff and just put it together in a dishcloth and just to use it up. So that's, I'll call it a finished object, even though I just got two tails to weave in, and then in the future you'll see some round scrubbies with that other stuff once I get some. And the next thing is I also have another pattern in this. It's called Spread the Dishcloth Joy. This was also a free pattern on Ravelry, and this is the single double one. So this is single half double, this is single double. So I'll be making some of these as well. These whipped up really quick. It said you could either chain 29 or 35, and that was the chain of 35. I know when I wash dishes, I want some cloth in my hand, not a little tissue type of thing. Alright, so there's that. So I stopped wrinkling. I also ended up pulling out some more sugar and creams. I have probably 5 or 6 colors, and I'm just going to go through and make a bunch of solid ones, I think, with the round. So that's going to be one of my future project bags. Is I'm going to grab a bunch of cotton that would be good for dishcloths and scrubbies, and just make a bunch of those up. That is something I want to have ready for when I go out with my surgery, because it'll be really light, and it's, you know, I could whip them out probably like nothing. Okay, so then my mosaic for April, I got that finished. For that I am using a 5mm hook, and this is by Tina. She has 7 patterns in this mosaic Afghan, the Havana Afghan. And I was going to do the 7 repeat and then do it possibly 1 or 2 more times to make a big enough blanket, but I've changed my mind. I found another mosaic pattern through Kim at Kim's Crochet and Knits, I think. I just love the mosaic, and the one she's doing has a lot of detail, a little more than this. This is pretty much, to me, just like practice. So I want to do that one. I'll show it in the future video when I decide what yarns I want to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the 7 repeats. This is number 4. And then I'm going to put the border on and call it done. If it's not big enough for a lapgan or something when you're watching TV, then I'm going to just lay it across the bottom of my spare bed in the spare bedroom. So when company comes in, you know, they'll see the different patterns. It's not something that'll go all the way to the top. But I don't know, have you ever been in those hotels or the fancy places and they have that so wide bedspread just going across the bottom as decoration? Well, that's what I was thinking, that just throw it over for decoration. So most of the yarns I'm using is Mary Maxim Value. There's only a couple, like maybe one hand crafter secret. You all know what I mean. Okay, so this is April. It's a navy blue and a light gray. And let me see. Yeah, that is a navy blue. I hope it's coming out all right. And this is repeating the pattern 3 times. And the pattern was for a queen, and I can't remember if I shortened it or I did exactly as she said. But to recap, so this is January, and then the teal is February, and then March, which I ran out of a certain purple, so I had to change the purple at the end, and then again April. So I am all set to start May's. I think I have a darker teal, a pink, and I can't remember the last color to finish this out. But I mean, it's not a bad size. So to have 3 more of these, it might go right to the end of the pillows on the spare bed. I'm not sure. Not that I need it now, because I'm hoping that we will be seeing spring very soon. Like last week we had snow, and tomorrow it's going to be in the 70s, so I want to get started on some yard work a little bit at a time, unless the rain comes in. Anyways, the Barbie doll toilet paper cover. So this was a paid for pattern by Crocheting with Alana, 4mm hook, and those were the 3 choices, because you can trim the hat out either with the main color of the dress or the trim. You could decide how you wanted to do the hat. So for me, I used Premier Eversoft in the colorway magenta and burgundy, and I have not decided if I'm going to keep this or put it in the craft show, but here she is. And so here's a close-up of her hat. And puffy sleeves. And then the 3-layered detail in her dress, which I mentioned I don't know what happened, but there's a couple more rows than they're supposed to be on the bottom of the dress. But you know what? It's fine. Nobody knows. Well, y'all know now because I told you, but if you saw it, you wouldn't have known. So, and then of course, roll of toilet paper. And that's that. And on the back, she has you go and crisscross up the opening to tighten it, and then if you need to take it off and wash it, you just untighten it, pull it apart and wash it. But hopefully you won't have to. But I was in a really nice Dollar Tree today, and I forgot to look and see if they had cheaper Barbies. So that's something I have to do for future covers. I'm not sure, she has another one where it doesn't have as fancy of a dress, and I debating whether to get that one because I did buy the doll bed one that she did, or I bought Creative Grandma's one. So that's another project that's going to go in a craft bag so that I can make a couple more of these, even if I don't have them done by the craft show. I will maybe do them for Christmas gifts. All right, so there's that. Now, I just wanted to show you a couple projects that I have in my bag so far, and then I will not keep you anymore. Last time I mentioned that Stephanie from Stephanie's Yarn Escape is doing a challenge, and I wrote it down but I didn't bring it in. Cake something. Anyways, she said you go in your stash and get some of those cakes you've been hoarding. It was like, you know, she was my best friend or something because, you know, I hoard them. So I'm going to do two things at once. I'm going to have a baby blanket extra, plus I will be able to do the challenge. And the pattern I picked was free from Yarn Inspirations, called Tiles for Miles Crochet Baby Blanket. And this takes Caron baby cakes, 5 balls of it with a 5mm hook, but I am going to use a different yarn, and I'm going to use a 5.5mm hook because that's what this yarn calls for. And I'm going to use this Candy Shop. I didn't want to use this stuff because these colors are discontinued. So the 6 that I have, like once those are gone, that's it. But anyways, this is the colorway Jolly Rancher, and I think it's pretty. It does not match the sweater set that I have for the craft show, but I might just sell it as is just so I can have another blanket. And you could tell it's pinks and purples. It's so pretty. And this is 260 yards per cake, and I have 6. So as I'm going along, Stephanie's challenge runs from April 10th to June 30th, I believe, on her Facebook page. So that'll be what I start for that. So that's all in one bag. Then something simple is, I think it's pronounced Natalja. She has a pattern to crochet around the rings, and then you make the topper to just flip it over and put a button on it. And because I have some dish towels, I have 6 dish towels, some with red, white, basically red and white. So I just got some big twist white and some big twist red, and I'm going to do 3 rings of each using her pattern, and those will be just set aside, ready to go. And then in the last bag that I have ready is, I picked this. I have a couple baby sweaters, not too many that look boyish, so I'm going to try this one. This is a free pattern by Premier. It's called the Crochet Cardigan and Cap Set. And no, I'm not using that one. I have 2 in a sleeve. I'm not using that one because it only starts out at 6 months, and I want a 0 to 3 months. So this is what I'm using. It's called Pretty Baby. They have where you pick your color, and then you have white in there as well. This was also a free pattern designed by Marilyn Coleman, and it says this is suitable for beginners. It's only a 1-page pattern. Again, it's called Crocheted Baby Set Pretty Baby. And the yarn I am using with a 3.75 hook. I'm going to try to stick to the pattern. I got Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday DK Prints, 233 yards. This is the color Frosty. It has some blues, grays, and white. And probably be easier to see once I actually get crocheting with it. And I'm going to use my go-to pattern for booties, so it'll be a cardigan, hat, and booty set. And then for the white, I'm going to use We Love yarn, 100% acrylic, a 3-weight as well, to follow the color changes that they want in the pattern. So that's what I have so far. And like I said, there's probably at least 6 more patterns that I'm gonna allow myself for the year. Hopefully, I mean, if I can get a couple done, then I will have no problem picking out more patterns because I just bought a bunch. And the last thing is, my last video, I put up a 200 subscriber gift video because I reached my 200 goal, milestone, whatever you want to call it. So if you want, go back and watch that video. You have until May 4th at midnight to enter, and I will draw a winner on May 5th. All right, guys, enjoy this weekend. Looks like we have some nice sun coming, if the rain will stay away just for a little bit. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, share if you want to. Send me an email or chit chat in the box down below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.